that I really wish I had been present at is in November 1850, when Wilbraham Liardet, who had the contract to take the mail from the ships anchored in Hobson's Bay into the town of Melbourne. And he realised that he was going to carry on that day the mail that announced that Victoria had been separated from New South Wales. This was a long-awaited event because the settlers in Victoria, or the Port Phillip district, were very dissatisfied with the New South Wales administration. Wilbraham dressed himself up in his red hunting coat and took his trumpet in one hand and the mailbag over his shoulder, would have been a leather mailbag in those days, and mounted his big grey horse and galloped up the rather rough track that was then Bay Street towards Melbourne, shouting out, "Separation at last." And as he shouted, he would then sound the trumpet. And he stopped apparently every so many metres and made the announcement again and blew the trumpet again. I think this must have been a fantastic sight because Wilbraham was nothing if not dramatic in everything he did. And it was a very significant moment because it was when Victoria became Victoria. So this is the moment that I wish I had been standing on the edge of that dirt track, watching Wilbraham on his grey horse, shouting out and blowing his trumpet. Now, a few years ago, Pam Horsley, who's a descendant of Wilbraham, had an art exhibition in Gasworks Park. Some of you will remember that. And there was a very small painting of this very moment that Pamela had done. And so Graham and I bought that small painting, which is this, and it hangs in our front door. So every time I come in and out of the front door, I am in fact reminded of that moment that I wish I had been present at.